Good morning, friends. In this part of the video, let us wind up our discussion of the poem The Pilgrim. In the last part, we have seen a question is asked in the last line of the second stanza. Why build you here at eventide? This question is raised by a fellow pilgrim who is a representative of a selfish man. He does not care for others. He has crossed his difficulty, he has overcome his difficulty, and he does not care for others. But the pilgrim who cares for others, he has built a bridge even after he has crossed the gulf. And therefore this question, because he does not have the need to build a bridge there, therefore this question is asked to him by his fellow pilgrim. And the last stanza of the poem contains the answer to the question. The pilgrim raised his old grey head. My friend, in the path I have come, he said. There followeth after me today a fair-haired youth who must pass this way. Now, the pilgrim who builds the bridge after crossing the gulf says that even if I have crossed this gulf, after me somebody else is coming here on the same road, and he is not experienced, he is young, he has fair-haired head, that is, he is young, inexperienced, and therefore he may find it difficult to cross this gulf. Therefore, I am building this bridge for him. Of course, only one youth does not follow after him. A total generation and generation after generation follows after him. And he is making the road safer for them, for the generations who will come after him. Because he says, the chasm which held no fears for me, to the fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. The meaning of pitfall is given as trap. It is also a danger, a difficulty, a risk. So, the chasm which held no fears for me, the difficulty, the overcoming this difficulty was very easy for me. It was not difficult for me to cross this gulf. I had strength. But the generation or the youth who represents the young generation, he may find it difficult to cross this gulf. And therefore I am building this bridge for him. Now this is relative. Everybody's qualities and everybody's strengths differ. The mathematical question which may be easy for you may not be easy for me. Or the problem which is easy for me may be difficult for you. This is easy to understand. So, I am providing a solution for this problem. That is his answer. He too must cross the twilight dim. My friend, I am building this bridge for him. So, I am building this bridge for the generation, for the young man who represents the generation. I am building this bridge for him. I am trying to make the road more safe and comfortable for him. Now friends, this is the analysis of the poem. Now let us discuss the poetic devices used in the poem. The poem is entirely metaphorical. Figures of speech used in this poem are inversion, tautology, personification, interrogation, and alliteration. Throughout the poem, symbolism is used. Symbolism is the use of symbols to signify ideas and qualities in a symbolic way. In symbolism, words that are actually used suggest meanings or have meanings different than their literal dictionary meanings. For example, bridge is the symbol for ease and comfort, and chasm symbolizes difficulty. The pilgrim is a symbol used for a selfless, unselfish man. The second figure of speech, inversion. Inversion is a change in the ordinary regular grammatical structure or order of words for poetic effect. In the present poem, inversion is used in the line, came at evening, cold and grey. Proper order in this line should have been, an old man came at evening to a chasm. The words cold and grey stand for an old man. Similarly, in the line, to a fair-haired youth may a pitfall be, we have inversion. The third figure of speech, tautology. If two or more words in the same line have almost similar meaning, the figure of speech in that line is called tautology. Example of tautology in the present poem is the line, to a chasm deep and vast and wide. The words vast and wide have almost same meaning. Example of personification in the poem is the line, the chasm which held no fears for me. Here the chasm is said to be holding fears, which is a human quality, a quality of a living creature. Alliteration, you know the definition of alliteration. It is the repetition of consonant sounds in successive words. In this poem, in the line, and built a bridge to span the tide, we have alliteration, repetition of the sound B represented by the alphabet B, built a bridge. The last figure of speech to be discussed with respect to this poem is the interrogation. When a question is asked in order to create a dramatic effect and not to get an answer, it is called interrogation. We find this figure in the line, why build you here at eventide? The stanza structure of the poem is not regular in that the number of lines in every stanza varies. It differs. Thus, in the first stanza we have 7 lines, second stanza has 6 lines, and the third stanza has 8 lines. But the rhyme pattern in the poem is regular, except the third line of the first stanza. All other lines of the entire poem are arranged in couplets. Thus, in the first stanza we have AAB, CC, BB rhyming pattern. In the second stanza we have DD, AA, BB rhyme scheme, and the rhyme scheme of the third stanza is EE, AA, FF, CC. Tone of the poem is serious and thought-provoking, and there is a moral in the poem. Poem is moralistic. The poet wants us to adopt a selfless attitude towards life, to serve humanity at large. Friends, here I end my analysis of the poem. I hope it helps you. Thanks.